All right, just to begin with a brief overview of the situation here at Chobani Yogurt. Once again, we are facing a decision between 5 possible products to begin development and marketing, and we can only afford 2 of those, or we only want to go with 2 of those. So, to jump right into it, the 2 products I chose of the possible 5 were the Chobani Kids, the yogurt designed especially for kids, as may be obvious by the name, and then Chobani Indulgent, the ice cream-like product, the dessert sort of product based on some of the similar ingredients and the sort of things we do with our already successful yogurt. So just as far as some of the products I did not choose, I know one of them was I forget the name, but the Savory Dip Chobani product. And my thought process behind that was, when I think of yogurt and when I think of Chobani, I think of like a sweet, sometimes fruity taste, just in general, as opposed to when I think of like a dip, like a guacamole, or I don't know, like a bean dip of some sort. I think more savory and salty, and I think that I'm not saying it would be impossible to have some success, but I think it would be difficult for customers, and maybe this is just me, but I think it would be difficult for our customers to kind of look past that. I liken it to if, let's say, Hershey, the candy chocolate company, were to all of a sudden begin selling steak. Like, we all know Hershey for chocolate and sweetness, and then you put a steak in front of somebody with Hershey on it, with the Hershey brand name on it, and I think a lot of people are going to have trouble not associating that steak with a big chocolate bar or a big chocolate-filled steak of some sort. So that was sort of my thought process behind that, and it kind of goes with the Chobani Kitchen, the cooking yogurt. Again, some of the dishes that they I gave examples of were like a baked potato and some other stuff like that, and that's really not what I think of when I think of yogurt and Chobani. So that's just sort of my reasoning behind what I chose and why. As far as test marketing goes, test marketing obviously can sometimes be very expensive. I read that it can often cost over $1 million just to test market in one city. So I'm not going to lie, it's quite pricey, but I do think it's very, very much worth it in the end to get kind of a feel for where our customers are. If people like or dislike it, you can identify some of the strengths and weaknesses of our product, and then in some rare cases, it could be possible that we just need to pull the plug on this thing if it's not working. But hopefully it doesn't come to that with our products here. I know we referenced a list of, I'm not sure if it was the 10 most successful cities to test market in, or if it was just a list of 10 good, solid cities for that. So I remember Charlotte, North Carolina, Birmingham, Alabama, somewhere in Oregon, Eugene or Salem, I'm not quite sure, somewhere up in the Northwest. But any one of those cities would be fine to just get some sort of prototypes out of these 2 products, the Chobani Kids and Chobani Indulgent, just to see how well they sell, and maybe to try and get some feedback from some customers as well, to see if there's anything we can do differently to improve or to stop doing. And then there was a reference to simulated test marketing, which I don't know how worth it that would be. To me, test marketing itself is in some ways a bit of a simulation, because you're thinking based on this one small group of people, you're thinking, how well would this product fare with a large group of people? So it's kind of an educated guess in that regard. And simulated test marketing through the use of computer softwares and stuff seems to me like a simulation of a simulation. I don't know, maybe that's just me, but now as far as specifics into marketing the products, with Chobani Kids, I don't think too many kids are going to be watching TV and be really grasped or touched by this yogurt commercial. I think they're more concerned with toys or pizza or something like that. So I think the best way to go after that product and to get that product out there would be to market to the adults, the parents or the guardians of these children. These adults, the ones that we're after, more than likely are already loyal customers of ours, and they'll probably be willing to sort of expand that market, or help us expand that market to go after some of their kids. And I'm sure we can just do the cliche, this Chobani Kids is good and good for your kids. So I think a lot of people are concerned with health, as they should be. So as long as we sort of tie that into our marketing, I think we should be fine, as long as we keep it towards the parents but for the kids. I think that would help. And then with the Chobani Indulgent, with the ice cream, I think that is to the point where we could go after an entirely new group of people. I think, to me, yogurt is more of a snack. Maybe it could be a light lunch meal to some people, but definitely not a big dessert guy, or not a big dessert product. So, we can go after this whole new target audience or target market with something like, this ice cream is made by the same people that make you this delicious yogurt snack. And some people have already had the yogurt, they'll be interested in trying the ice cream. Or some people are just big ice cream fans or frozen food fans, and they'll be interested in trying this Chobani Indulgence. So I think that's probably the best way to go about marketing that product. I will conclude by saying that I would be happy to work with our marketing team and iron out some of the kinks in this plan and get into some even some more specifics at a later date. So that's just about it.